Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much if you're listening in the podcast. It is Thursday, June 13, 2024. I'm here to do an episode regarding a very tragic news that's coming out of Mexico, an accident that happened a couple of days ago at a hotel. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been subscribing. Thank you so much for all the followers on Spotify. Really means a lot to me, guys. Thank you for everybody who listens on the Apple Podcast and any other platform that you might listen this podcast in. I also gotta say I'm also in Pandora, and there's another one that I forgot what it was. So thank you so much for everybody who comes and listen. Thank you for your comments on YouTube. I will get to them at some point. Also, one thing I have to say, I have the window open today. It's a beautiful day here in Connecticut. It's very warmed up, so I cannot have the AC going, so I have the window open. So if you hear some random noises, then you know where it's coming from. So today I'm going to speak about very tragic news. This is an accident that happened at a resort this past weekend, I believe, in Mexico, where a man was electrocuted and his wife was severely injured. Okay, and it's so crazy because this past weekend I also went away. I went to see my dad in Florida, and it's so crazy how you plan this trip out. Mine was last minute because I went there to kind of see my dad, and he's going through some health challenges, so it was a very last minute trip. But even so, like, your life can change at any moment. I'm sure this couple that I'm going to speak about probably had this vacation plan for many months, and they never expected for something like this to happen, right? One thing we know, that when we go to hotels, we go to places like this, we expect that they are using the most highest safety procedure ever, that is just, they're very dedicated to their guests and what they're going through there for, so that at the end result will always be that they have a good time, and they always say, did you enjoy your stay, right? So it's just crazy. So let me read to you this briefly. A Texas man, they were from Texas. A Texas man had died after he was electrocuted in a hot tub at a resort complex in northwest Mexico this week, okay? Jorge Guillen, just 43 years old, guys. 43 years old, Jorge Guillen died, and his wife, 35 years old, Lisette Zambrano, was injured after they were both shocked by electric discharge in the jacuzzi at a Sonora Sea Resort in Puerto Peñasco around 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday. So it happened just, this week. I thought it was during the weekend. So this is crazy, guys. The resort name is Sonora Sea Resort in Puerto Peñasco, and the couple, who were identified by the media, had traveled to Sonora from El Paso, Texas. So that's where their home is, at El Paso, Texas. Excuse me. So Jorge Guillen, he lost his life by getting into the hot tub and being electrocuted. That is crazy, guys. And we're so like life is so fragile. We're so vulnerable to anything, right? Like I said, this past weekend I was down in Florida. I did stay at a hotel, and it was like one block from Disney World. So what I did notice while I was staying there is that during the day the hotel is basically empty because everybody goes there to Disney World, being so close too. So I was basically, I felt at times that I'm the only guest here, because I think Saturday when I got back from seeing my family, I had a very early flight on Sunday. So I'm like, let me get to the hotel early. I was basically there, not a lot of people, maybe one or two, and then I was there. The pool was empty the entire time, the entire evening that I was like around the lobby area and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, could have just gone into the pool, because I know I wasn't there for the pool. I wasn't there to go see Disney World and anything like that. I didn't prepare myself like bathing, so nothing like that. So I'm like, I'm just here chilling, just waiting, to go back to my room to get ready for my flight. It's just crazy how in that moment, I don't even know if they had a hot tub. Maybe they did, but like the last thing you think, I'm like, it's not safe here. Like you don't, that doesn't go through your head. You think a hotel is open, a resort is open, it's because they have passed all the safety requirements to be open, right? This result in Mexico seems to be like within feet. The hot tub is like within feet of the beach, right? And it seems like they had a lot of people. A lot of people are vacationing now that the schools are over and things like that. And you don't think to like, oh, let me see if this hot tub is safe enough to go in, especially when you're paying to be there, right? You don't, that's not your job to be checking that, right? I mean, I will be, maybe you can be more cautious if you're going into the seawater. That will probably make sense because anything can happen, right? The hotel has basically no control of what could happen in seawater, but in a hot tub, in a pool, you expect a hotel to have the necessary safety precautions to. If you're opening your door to guests, that means that you already has checked any flaws, right? How did this happen? How is this even possible? Do people get electrocuted in hot tubs? Yeah, that probably has happened. In private homes and things like that, but as a result, so accessible to so many people, all ages, this is crazy. And it's so sad, and it tells you how fragile we are. Anything can happen, guys. Being on the plane too, like I said a couple of days ago, I was like, man, this plane, they said, going there and coming back, they said this is a fully booked flight. And you see all these people, and we're all like, somehow you feel like we're all connected, kind of helping each other out. You help each other out in the flight. Can you pass me that? I need to, people, when they want to go to the bathroom, you help each other out. And it tells you how we're basically we're here in this world, we're so like connected, and we should be like helping each other out more. And there's a video from this incident that happened in Mexico that's very shocking. You see people trying to help the couple. How do you help a couple? How do you help anybody who's being electrocuted? That in itself is just shocking, right? Because you like, if I try to help them, then I'll probably, they'll probably die too, helping them, right? Somebody also got injured just trying to get in the water to help Jorge, help Jorge. I know they were able to pull Lisette out of the water, and you see somebody, thankfully, you see somebody so brave giving her CPR. You see there's a video from there, and you see the crowd screaming, just gathering around the hot tub, trying to help this couple. What a tragic event, right? Even like to witness it, it's tragic. Imagine to like experience something like what probably went through, like we can think of so many things, right? But like I said, one thing I can tell you, that this couple, the last thing in their minds that something like this could happen. I think anybody who goes to a hotel, the last thing you will think is like, if the water is filled with electricity or something. That's the last thing you want to think about. You don't really think about that because, like I said, if the hotel is open, you expect them to go through safety procedure, right? There's the police is saying that they're doing a full investigation about this. It's so tragic. We're so fragile. Life is so unpredictable. Anything can happen. We should always getting closer and closer to the Lord, right? Getting your life right, because you just never know. You never know. Let me see any other information I can tell you here. A witness who spoke to a news channel said bystander made frantic attempts to pull the couple out of the water, but were steamed by electrical current. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word right. Steam or steam by electrical current. One woman was even shocked herself, like I said, as she tried to enter the hot tub. Videos posted on social media showed the chaotic aftermath of the tragedy. The witnesses are heard screaming as they tried to help the couple. When authorities arrived at the complex, Guillem was found submerged under the water. Like I said, I don't want you to go there and like look for the video. It's very tragic. I mean, it's so traumatic to even share this story. It's traumatic in itself because you know your mind can go crazy, and like imagine the people that witness all of that. You know, there were kids there too. I mean, it's a resort, like within feet of the beach. People are out on vacation, right? I saw a lady pulling a key, kind of like a way so they don't look at it. I mean, that can be very traumatic for a child to witness something like that. If it's traumatic for an adult, imagine a child that age. The fear, perhaps, of going again into the water. I know a lot of people, you know, I saw this story like being shared on Twitter, and people were like, you know, what was the name of the result, you know, so they can start not going there. I can understand that 100%. I think a lot of people can relate that you don't want to be near anywhere near that resort. But like I said, you know, anything can happen. Just one miss, one person not doing their job, one person just being lazy one day at work, and look, you know, you put endangers the lives of so many people. And just now I have the image of when I was traveling, the captain came out right before we like right before we took off, and when people were like finishing up boarding the plane, he came out to speak to us. It was just so happy like to see him just talking, and you're like, man, this man is flying. I don't know how many people are in that plane, like 300 people. Like he's that he's taking all of this responsibility. I know it's probably nothing for them. They do this, you know, like that's their job. They do this on a daily basis, maybe 5 flights, who knows how many they do on a daily basis. But like just one human error can affect the life of so many people permanently, right? This couple went to enjoy their time in Mexico, and look what happened. I don't know how. I wonder, you know, how did that was able like to happen, that the water was like filled with electricity or something. I know they always say, you know, no electric things near the water, things like that. That's usually the warning signs that you see. Um, but it's just shocking. There's videos, like I said, of people, you hear people frantically screaming, like you just want to help somebody. When you see them in a situation, even, you know, obviously, even if they're stranger, you just want to help. Like I said, I think when you get to travel and be around strangers, like people do, you know, strangers, people that don't know you, you see how everybody's just basically, they don't even know you, but they just want to help you. I remember waiting for my flight, and the reason that I'm speaking is because, you know, I was just there recently. I remember waiting for my flight at the airport, and out of nowhere I see this couple coming to me, and they're like, you know, you going to Orlando? Like, they moved the gate. And I was like, oh, that's so kind of them. Like, I'm sitting here with all these people and thinking that I'm in the right place. And they're like, they made the effort. Like, how do they even know I was going there? You know, it's like you appreciate like the help of strangers like that, right? When you're like away from home. But you can see in this video, people definitely trying to help this couple. And like I said, how do you even help somebody who, you know, I'm so thankful they were able to pull Lisa out of the water and give her CPR. And right now they say she's in critical condition. Jorge passed away. He was found unresponsive once the paramedic got there, because he, you know, he was submerged in the hot tub. You can see. I mean, I'm not asking you to watch the video because, like I said, it's very graphic, but you can see a body in the hot tub, like submerged completely, and it's so sad, right? Just within seconds, man, your life can change at any moment. Get right with the Lord. Seek Jesus first. We're so fragile. That tells you how fragile we are. And speaking about helping each other out, there is a GoFundMe that was open for this couple to help them through this tragedy, to help the family, Lisa, to help Lisa's speedy recovery. And I'm gonna put the link here. And if you're listening on the podcast, just come to the YouTube channel Julissa Designs. You'll see the link there under this video for to help the couple out. I think we should come together and help them in this tragic moment. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you guys are traveling this summer, going on vacation, things like that, just be aware of your surroundings. And if you see somebody, like, help each other out too. Help each other out. Help people. And you know, we should be good. This world would be so much better if we just help each other out. You know, I'm sure that was the initial plan that God had for this world. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. I'm going to put the link for the GoFundMe so we can help them too, and keep the family in your prayers. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, Julissa Designs, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.julissadesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.